Okay, here I am driving into the Orange Mall, now known as the Village of Orange, closing down the last days of the Orange Mall. This is very, very, very sad being here for the last time. The Village of Orange, the Orange Mall, shutting down forever. This is it, the last time. So I started coming to this mall in the 80s and the 90s. This used to be a great sushi place. It's been closed down for a long time now, this restaurant. And you can see the grand entrance. There's the Red Robin, where we used to have a lot of meetings at that Red Robin. And from what I understand, they actually are going to keep the Red Robin. I think they're keeping some of these places on the outside, but the inside's completely shutting down. So I'm just gonna stroll through here and talk about some of my memories of being at this mall. Like I said, from the 80s to the 90s, the last time. What is still here? Well, here's the food court. There are two sad little places here. This one's not open. This one looks like it's actually open. Indian food. So I'm pretty sure this was always a food court. I can remember that. Let's see if the See's Candy is still here. They were one of the last ones. I think they were here from the beginning. RC is still here. Well, the mall is still open. You can walk through it, but yeah, it's just shut down. Oh no, the See's Candy's completely gone, gutted out. Now this used to be like Cinnabon. This was Cinnabon. Oh my gosh, this is very, very scary almost walking through here. Very sad. Oh my gosh. One outlet left here. I mean, there are like 3 or 4 places. I don't know what that one was. There's where the pet store was. I actually had a roommate that worked at this pet store over here. It says acupuncture right now. But what's really weird is you see those little windows? Those actually were, I don't want to say cages, but there were animals inside of here. They'd put the puppies, these were glass, and there were puppies inside of there. And that was the pet store. And then you can see, there used to be my wig store. Oh, is that my wig store? That is my wig store. Oh my gosh, they're gone. I was gonna buy a wig if they were still open, just to support them. I hope they opened up someplace else. Wow, you can see just places are actually shut down, going out of business. All items. I missed you. 60% off. Huh. And then there's piano places. There's a lot of store closing sale. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. Now, Florsheim Shoes used to be down here because my ex worked at Florsheim Shoes. And I would guess this place right here is probably where the Florsheim was. 2266. I'm gonna look that up and see if that's Florsheim. Let's see. Relaxing station. Oh, bless their heart. They're still open. They're probably gonna open. I think they're open at other malls. Let's see, I don't know what this store was. So this exit over here used to not go into Walmart. This was one of the main entrances. You'd park out there and then come up this way. Then I forget, there were little stores all along here, and then this is turned into one giant store. Oh my gosh, look at this. See, they changed the name from Orange Mall to the Village at Orange. And then here's the map of what it was most recently. So this is with the Ross and the, let's see, it's got the Walmart in there, CVS. So there is a list of all the stores that were currently active as it shut down. So January 31st, 2024, the last day of this mall, the last day of all of these stores. Most of them were already gone. I was here last month and the See's was still open. Some of these were still open, but now you can see it's just gone. I mean, I think even the days of having a map, a directory like this, is completely old-fashioned. We're gonna look back at that and just see how old-fashioned that was. Vending machines over here. Wow. It's just sad walking through here to see it so empty. It's giving me a weird feeling because I lived a lot of my life here when I first moved into Orange County area. This was my first mall. Down at the other end is the Sears, where I got my first credit card when I was just a kid, my first credit card. And this is where I got my ears pierced. I mean, there's like so many memories in this mall. And back to the pet store where my roommate worked, she had a lot of stories. I mean, that place was actually pretty sad. I'm kind of glad it's gone. I mean, from what I understand, the poor animals did not do well. It's kind of weird because they're still playing music in here. The lights are all on and they're playing music, but there's just nobody. It's really freaky. I mean, it's almost like it's a horror movie, which I love my horror movies. Oh, also there was a movie theater at this mall. It was out in the parking lot around the back. I probably won't walk out there because it was pretty far on the other side of the parking lot. But that movie theater's been gone a long time, but that was one of my first movie theaters. Yeah. So I was just at the C's like a month ago. They really cleared out. Well, they cleared out right after Christmas, probably. It says leasing opportunities. That's funny. So this middle of this mall has a lot of memories for me. They used to do a Halloween costume contest right here. And one year we won for the scariest family. Right here, standing right here in the middle of the mall was where that Halloween costume contest was. Let's see what's left down here. Oh my gosh, that's where, I think it was a JCPenney's or Macy's. Auntie Anne's is still open. I actually see pretzels there. Okay, that's weird. Now this is my old nail salon where I'd come and get my nails done. Let's see if they're still here. Are they still here? No way. No way you could actually go in and get your nails done right now. On the last day, on the last time, wow, holy cow. So this was the other entrance and exit that we used to come in and out. Because I used to live right down the street from here. I live in an apartment not too far from here. And we used to come through these doors around the back. And then, like I said, this was that big, why can't I think of what it was? It was like JCPenney's or something. Maybe somebody watching this will remember what this one was. Oh, and look, there's the jewelry repair guy. Oh my gosh, I used to get my jewelry repaired there. Again, since the 80s. This guy's been here forever. And he's still here in the last time. Oh, he looks like he's shutting down. Oh my gosh, Don Roberta Jewelers. It looks like it's fresh and new. Of course, they're all over, so they'll have another place to go. So now we are starting on the other end where I used to come a lot. And this Bath and Body Works has been here not for very long. I mean, not back to the 80s, certainly, but they survived the pandemic, and now, oh my gosh, the last day, look at that. They're trying to make some sales. Maybe I should buy something from them just to show support. But you know what? They have a lot of stores. My guess is their employees will have a good place to go. I don't know what's going to happen to this one. So what's interesting, so I know this side really well. There used to be a Sam Goodies, if you can remember Sam Goodies. That was a record store back in the 80s and 90s. I am 99% sure this was the Sam Goodies. You see that? And then it turned into Hot Topic. So I've seen this store empty for a long time. When first the Sam Goody moved out and then the Hot Topic. So that's got some memories there. And there's Boomy and T-Mobile. So that's weird. And the Ross is closed. I did hear that the Ross was not going to stay open until the last day. I did hear there were employees at Ross that got laid off before the last day. And sure enough, yeah. Wow, they got that place out of here fast. Play parties. Aw, this is very sad. There they say moving, January 2024, so they're gone. Or they're moving, I guess. That Ross just completely empty. Now, this used to be a whole bunch of strip stores, like regular malls in the 80s. And then at some point, I think this mall just wasn't doing very well, so they brought in the Ross. Look, have you ever seen such an empty store before? That's crazy. Now, this end will bring lots of memories. This Home Goods was definitely not here. It was strip stores, and there was a jewelry store down here at the end where I got my first wedding ring. So we are talking 1988. So 1988, my first wedding ring came from a jewelry store right here on the corner. I mean, I can distinctly remember just going into the jewelry store right there. This was the Sears where I got my first credit card, right through these doors in like 1986. Right through there. And then this corner was a Carl's Jr. And I remember you could sit outside and you could see through those windows. The Carl's Jr. And then it was right here. So I used to come and eat Carl's Jr. I think it's been missed for a while. I think it was a police department or something. Office has moved. Well, I'm glad to see most of them have moved. Oh my gosh, I just got chills. This is where I got my first dog, Floyd. Oh my gosh, they were doing an adoption show. The animal shelter, no kidding, the Orange County Animal Shelter was here, right where we're standing. And they had dogs on ropes. They didn't even have a leash. It was like on a rope. My first dog from this area, Floyd, he was a golden retriever. And he came from this mall. I forgot they were doing a big animal show. And we just took him. They just gave him to us. And he's on a rope. Poor Floyd. Oh my gosh, this is just really creepy. For some reason, this side doesn't feel as creepy as the other side. I think it's because there's still some stores open. Look at these people, bless their heart. Trying to make a little bit of money the last day at the last moment. Yeah, lots of memories here. This is where I got my ears pierced. There was a kiosk like right in this area. My mom actually came with me. That was, 86, 87 probably. Wow. Very, very sad what's happening to this mall. There's just so many memories for me. And I'm sure many of everyone else in this area has lots of memories coming through here. As you walk through, they just all come flooding back in. And it's just hard to think it's all going to be gone. I just hope that all the employees that work here are able to transfer someplace else. I mean, there are still malls that are thriving. Main Place is doing fine, South Coast Plaza. And there's a lot of malls. It's not like all malls are disappearing in Orange County. That's just not true. I mean, to say all malls are failing is just not true. Why this one is failing or failed, I don't know. It's very sad. It's been a long time coming, I suppose, but it still breaks my heart. One last view of the Orange Mall. I actually have tears in my eyes. This is very sad. It's very hard. I mean, things change. It's okay, but this is hard. I mean, this was just one of my original malls. I just have so many memories here. Okay, so I decided to drive the perimeter of the mall. So I'm going to go around the outside a little bit here. You can see the Sprouts, and then we're going to go around the Walmart, and we're going to go around to the back where the movie theater used to be. And also to take a look at some of these stores, because from what I understand, this is all going to stay. So Buffalo Wild Wings is going to stay. So it's very odd where a mall is closing forever on the inside, but there are these kind of stores on the outside. So it'll be fascinating what it looks like. Okay, so Habit, these guys are all going to stay down that way, Olive Garden and so forth and so on. Now this goes around to the back of the mall, and this is where the movie theater was in my mind. If anyone is watching this and you remember, please comment below and let me know if you remember the same thing I do, which is that the movie theater was right in here. My memory is it was right back there. There was a standalone building, and you walked out, and that's where the movies were. And it was a small theater in my mind, but I read somewhere that it was one of the first multi-screen theaters in all of Orange County, which is very strange. Anyway, that was a great theater. I remember going there all the time, seeing movies. I mean, that was my main theater. Now, I do want to drive around this back way and capture this, because I have a lot of recent memories. Every time I came to the mall in the last, let's say 10, 20 years, I would park back here and go in through this way. So I have lots of memories coming and parking back here and going in through there, which takes us around to that back place, kind of by the Sea Scanny, and I'd go in and get my Sea Scanny. So that entrance, the village entrance. The other thing, when I was here about a month ago, some gentleman was out here doing all this landscaping and taking care of all these trees and all this landscaping, and I just thought, oh, that poor man, like, is he going to lose his job now? I mean, he was so meticulously going through, and this store's been closed like forever, but he was over here like trimming all these bushes and making everything so beautiful. And I just thought, oh, this mall has just been abandoned for so long, and now it's going to be gone forever. And I just felt so bad for that nice gentleman that was taking care of all these plants, because I think, what's going to happen to all these plants? I mean, this is a big area back here. Do you see all of this parking space? This could easily be an apartment complex, which I'm guessing that's probably something they want to do with this back area. I mean, it could turn into something for sure. So there's the side entrance there, and another entrance on this side. My other memory is that I used to come and pick up my ex. See, this is where the Carl's Jr. was. You could look through those windows. That's the Carl's Jr. That's that entrance. And there's the jewelry store where I got my first wedding ring. Anyway, I can remember my ex would get off work from Florsheim Shoes, and I would pick him up, and we would go out this back way. so many Saturday nights, and head over to Disneyland. Because this mall is literally right down the street from Disneyland. I mean, there's Ball. You would come up on Ball on the other side there, and Catella, and then if you just keep going, you get to Disneyland. And so that's really cool. I mean, this whole back area has that memory of coming out and leaving the mall. So this is the other side. There's the CVS. This is the other side of the Sears. Been closed down for a long time, but this is where they used to do, I think, car maintenance and so forth. Driving out the back of the Orange Mall for the last time forever, closing down, abandoned, and closed forever. Well, I'm glad I got to go in that one last time. That's very meaningful.